take it this was a non-vital hit. I can't actually look at that. A vital organ hit. Judging by that blood splatter, this thing should be dead. Bear hug's the best. Uh-huh. See, I don't get this. It said it was a vital organ hit, but then when you come down here, there's not one blob of blood. Normally they bleed out. Oh, so you get to here and completely lose the track. Like, seriously? Where does it go? It doesn't go that way. There it is. Oh my god. That's amazing. It comes all the way down here. And then from that point there to where it dies, it doesn't leave a single trail. It's not the wrong track. It's blue. Look, from there to here, nothing. Kind of glancing blow through its right lung. We got a quick kill bonus even though it managed to walk like 50 meters.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Right, so what was the mission? Bear with me. Okay, find the start of Ted's trail, find Ted, inspect Ted's dropped picture. Spoiler alert. Mr. Ryan Clark, welcome back. Fuzzball, thank you 25. Right, where does he want us to go then? Oh, wow, okay. Well, we could fast track back to here, I guess. Oh, no, we can't, apparently.
Nutter.
We could fast track here and then walk round. Or just explore down through this way, maybe. We'll wander this way. We'll wander that way and then go over that way. That way we cover more ground. Well, we could get an ATV. But I'm not in a rush. I'd rather, like, see animals on the way. Mr. EV. I don't know what to put here, so hey guys. They give you this message box and some people just get freaked out by it. Just put a smiley face. You don't know what to do. I want to stay on this side of the ridge, don't we? Actually, Let's go along the ridge. Any new mods coming to ETS? What do you mean? Go on the mod website. I don't track it like they do. DLCs. I think they got map DLCs coming for ETS, haven't they? Don't know when though. My summer car with RTX. You what, mate? There's like no tracks on this hill. Thank you, Aiden. I reckon it'll reveal some question marks when we get down here. It's massive, isn't it? Look at it. I'm surprised we've seen no animal tracks at all. You just squandered 10 quid on 5 DLCs. Yep. Pound each. We'll go down to this little lake and see what's what. Seems very quiet around here. Last time I played, there was only 3 reserves you could go to. Wow, there's quite a few now. This is the one we're on, Silver Ridge. That's the starting area. The tiger is really brutal, but really good fun. And then you've got the savannah map, which is different. A lot of grassland. But yeah, the Hirschfelden is a good one. It's a nice one to play. That one, the Spanish one, is very different. I need to play that one. I've not really played that. And the Yukon Valley I've played. Fernando Park's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them. Yeah, I'm probably going to get ambushed by a load of raccoons in a minute. They're probably just watching me come down this hill, plotting. We're in the bending forest, apparently. there's nothing down here, I'm probably just going to quad bike my way back out. Not one track and not one animal in the last almost kilometre. You giving out cake though, firefighter? Well, the bighorn sheep is downwind of me. Anyone else played on the road? A little bit.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
See, I would have thought this was a resting area or a feeding area or something around here. Seems quite secluded. Dub AUT6, almost 4 years. Thank you, Dub. Hope you're well. I'm guessing they're the tracks from the Longhorn. Yep. Say cool, man, but I noticed I have a savannah with map with lions. Might try that out later because the lion hunting sounds fun. Savannah's got a lot of grassland in it. It's actually quite tricky, but it is very different to the other ones. Just turn off the heat haze because it's really annoying. If you've got a reasonably high skill level hunter, you might want to try the Russian map though. That's really, really good, but it is difficult. There's not much around here. Pretty pretty though. If you go to Savannah map, you can go like bison hunting with the bow. It's really good. Speaking of bison. Need zone for bison. Interesting. That's probably the longhorn doing a runner. Around there some more, wasn't it? Got him. Trying to avoid bot lines. So if we swing round this way, when we come at him, we'll be downwind. Aha. A black bear. Something nearby. There's a bison up there. There's something very close to us. Hey, Andy. Is it like a bison lure? I can't remember. There's a wild boar. Hmm. Some of these, like, hunting blinds they give you are a bit rubbish. Like, I don't know if this one's a good one at all. $1,700. It's got a nice view of the lake. It's going well, thank you. Just one on his own, really. I wonder if that guy's still there. Wait, there's a group there. Yeah, we saw one here. They're usually in groups though, and I couldn't see any more, but they were further down the hill. I think he's lay down again. A rest zone between 11 and 4, and it's 4 o'clock, so they're probably going to move shortly. The question is, where did they go after a rest? Did they go down for some water? Did they go off for some food? Yeah, Astro Steve, that's what I was saying about patience. It's a warning call. That's facing away. Dang it.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Mark Sterling, thank you for gifting us up to Weasel. Welcome back. I think I've probably wandered off. Hip shots. It's all kicking off. Jeez, this guy ain't down yet. First aid kit, perfect. Oh my god. You're back. Nah, they're quicker than me. That didn't go so well. I don't know if my second hip shot hit it or not. Oh yeah, it did, look. That basically reduced, like, that shot there probably reduced the score quite a bit, because that was actually a vital shot. That's basically what killed it, and that reduced our score. The pointless flash shot. Do you know what? I keep forgetting about that scope thing. Yeah, I should have just done that at that point, shouldn't I? Or even with this. Just gone for the iron sight M1. Boom. The ammo is big enough, it's just that it takes time for a bison to die. If you hit it in the lung, it still stays alive quite a while. Let's get this observation tower while we're over here. There is a chance that the one that we originally saw over there is still there. Whoa. Really? It's kind of weird. The bear that vanished? It's trotting this way. Like what? How can a bear just completely vanish? It's really weird.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Bleed rate very low. Looks like it was a poor shot. 25 to 50, it's dying. We need to go and confirm it. It'll definitely be dead. Just a matter of where, though. Alt to 25. Oh my god. This thing lasted a long time. Be interested to find out how it died. So I did get a vertebrae shot, but it didn't actually hit it in the spine. That's really weird. So what seems to have happened is it's gone through that much flesh on its way in that it didn't have enough velocity to kind of hit the spinal column. It would have done if it had come in a slightly sharper angle. Poor old Paddington. Just think how many bear coats you can make. I want to go back around the other side of the lake. Redonkulous Dave, thank you for almost 2 years. Lone Shark, welcome back. I do remember my bear hat from Red Dead, yeah. That was a really cool hat. And so I got the raccoon. Was it a raccoon one? I loved that raccoon hat. That was amazing. Just get this need zone thing here. Do you encode off of your CPU or GPU? GPU. Why? I basically tested it with the Ryzen CPU and the 2080's encoder, and there's not a great deal of difference, and you might as well just not have all those cores being hit, because it really doesn't do much to the 2080 Ti's encoder chip, it just smashes it. Dick Coulson, welcome back. A miner. That's quite a nice trophy rating on that. 150 meters away. Thank you, Weasel. Thanks, Callum. Glad you enjoyed it. Good night, Firefighter. Bison mating calls. The bison's still there. And the bison says it's a rank 9. That's interesting. Because I don't think the ammo we have. That'll do a 9. If we're gonna... Oh, that's what the problem was. If you want to kill a bison, you need to put this on. And that only does 4 to 8, so that's not really capable of killing a bison. Like it will, but that's why it took so long to die. Man, you're getting within 30 meters of a bison. Really? I'm not sure I want to do that. Oh, it's doing it again. It's doing the whole serpentine thing again. What the heck was that? What was that weird explosion that we just saw? It was like some magic arrow I fired. So the first one did hit. Oh, look at that first shot. Wow, I thought I aimed middle of the body. By the time the arrow got there, look what it was. I hit it in the tail. And the next one just went, blimey, that bolt goes right through. That was actually a gold. Well, that'll certainly add to the bow rating. I wonder if that's the one we marked near the bar. 29 archery score. I don't know if that was the same one or just another one that happened to wander in this direction. That's a good lesson, Zugwig. Quite a small black bear. That was probably the one we saw. That wind is shifting round. Not good. Oh, no wonder they like this bit. They've got some really good cover. Very first time I did archery was when I went to uni. And because I've got what they call, I think they call it hyperextensive elbows. Basically my elbow doesn't go straight, it kind of bends slightly like that way. Because of that, I pull back the arch and pull back the bow. And when I let go, it basically like took the skin off my arm though. I was like, maybe archery's not for me. Yeah, it hurt. See, I wonder if that is still sat there. I just can't see it. Or whether it's gone. Very fresh bison. I don't know when the Lego build is. Need to figure out cameras and stuff. And I need to find my GoPros and tripod and stuff and then figure out what looks good. That's very old. What's up? Huh? That's called streaming. That's what we do. We have conversations. Ooh, cake. Can you take that one? Oh. Can't grumble a bit of cake. Yeah, indeed, battle cattle. One sec, I'll show you. Yeah, the funny thing about that cake is it's not green. There you go. Now, funny story about this. Early this afternoon, I went into the house, and then I heard Mrs. Squirrel go, "What?" I went, "You alright?" She went, "Yeah, I've just seen how much you paid for that Lego Technics thing." I was like, "I did tell you. 100 quid." Yeah. So I may have got into a bit of trouble. I did tell her. She just forgot. Yeah, it was 100 quid for that. Unbelievable. Oh my god. 350 quid. I don't think I'd get away with that. See, this is a black burn need zone all the way down to 8:30 p.m. And it's only 5:15. Yeah, I'll try and get the cameras ready next week and see if we can set up OBS for it. Turkey warning call? That makes the weirdest sound when it flies. Who says turkeys can't fly, eh? Enjoy your food, Armin. They can do more than hover. Those turkeys can fly up to 400 meters. That's not hovering. I don't think anything's still here, but I'm going to have a poke around. I don't know the stat, don't use it. Definitely hear something. Was it a deer we saw earlier? You got Lego 801 box from years ago and you haven't built it yet. You can now buy lights for it. You can buy lights for the RSR as well. But they're like 40 quid. And I was like, they look pretty decent, but they're not 40 quid decent. Definitely something here. I just don't know what. Yeah, there's just some like LEDs that go in the front lights of the car and then something on the back and that's it. I reckon this is the deer. I don't know how I'm going to get to it. Bit of lynx. See if we can get the lynx effect. It's going to hear me. I can't really go prone and crawl in, because I won't be able to see it. I think it moved. I can hear it, but I just can't see it. It just walked off. Nope, there's another one here. One's walked off, there's two of them.
Happy anniversary.
Pablo, happy anniversary. Thank you for a year, Pablo. It's a mating call, that is the deer. It's an axis deer. Whoa, was that it though? It's a bird! It's a tiny bird! I don't really want to kill it, but I kind of need to get at the deer. I just hope the deer didn't leave. What, the original hunter, yeah. Used to have dogs on it and everything. That was a clean kill. Killed with his bare hands, lol. It got in between me and the deer. So, I killed it because it was bare necessity. It was simple bare necessity. It was in the Lego Technic Mac Anthem 2. 200 quid. I'm not seeing that one. Oh yeah, it's okay for you guys to crack rubbish jokes, but I'm not allowed to. Is that how it is? Really, Trucker J. Pro CG, I'll get this one out of the way, the RSR. We'll see what if we enjoy building it, and then move on to something else if I do. If it turns out to be a nightmare, I won't do another one. Yeah, I saw the Land Rover Defender. There was a bison call over this way somewhere.
Happy anniversary,
Oh,
Nutter.
oh there's a sheep now. Hmm. Did you see the 2021 BMW 5 Series? I think yeah, I don't like the front end. But it's the same with the new Mercedes E-Class. I don't like the front end on that either. Arapine, thank you for 7 months. Did you read that article where BMW is thinking of charging for using things like was it like heated seats or something? It's some of the stuff that you get in the car they're going to charge a subscription for. Like, really? Really? So I buy a car, I pay to have something on it like heated seats, and then you charge me to use it. That's a very slippery slope. I knew there was something. Yeah, it would. There's no way I'd buy a car with that on it either, Cool Tiger. That would literally put me off. You know, I can understand subscription services for things like, you know, live traffic, live weather, that kind of thing. I get that. Like, I didn't buy that in the car. That's a service that they offer as part of the onboard systems. So I can understand that. I really can't understand if I pay for electric windows or I pay for heated seats or I pay for electric mirrors. I'm literally buying that on the car. Like, you can't charge me for using that. I paid for it. Why press the button? I'm not paying to press the button. So I think BMW's made a huge mistake. Whatever idiot at BMW thinks that's a good idea, people need to stop listening to them. It's a step too far, I think. Well, yeah, I mean, how far do you take it, you know? Emergency braking. I'm sorry, we would have hit the emergency brakes and stopped you hitting that truck, but you didn't pay your subscription. So we didn't. Have a nice day. I think they'll get a lot of pushback on it, to be honest. The problem is it will be hard for them to measure. Like, you know, people when they're looking at buying a car might make the decision on whether to buy a BMW based on that. And then just think, I'm not doing that. I'm just going to go to Mercedes. And they'll never know. They will never know that that was the reason that people didn't buy their car. It was because of a stupid thing like that. How the heck am I supposed to get over there? Like, there's no... You see this? You see this kind of very, very blurry grey thing here? And you see these console lines that are completely wrong. Because right now on this cliff edge, there should be a whole bunch of console lines showing me that that is quite a steep drop, and they're just not present. This map is inaccurate. Those console lines are wrong. Either that or they're just on a really weird scale. But they're certainly not following the line. It's so they can make all the models the same, but only charge for the extras if you use them. Well, that's different. That's different. That's a services thing. They're not going to fit heated seats to every car. They're not going to do that. They're not going to put equipment in a car and then charge you to use it. That's what I'm saying about the difference between a service and an actual piece of equipment that you put in. You know, putting heated seats in a seat costs money. They won't do it unless somebody's paying for it. Mr. Nerdy Drew, thank you for double top. A pronghorn? Interesting. It's a class 4. I think all of my ammo... Oh no, hang on. I could, if I can get within range, I could bow them, but I doubt I'll get in that kind of range. Actually, the downwind, so forget about it. I couldn't reach the mute button quickly enough. BMW won't drop the price of the cars in place of the subscription fees. If somebody says you can have heated seats for whatever money, and then next to it says plus so much a year, I'll be like, no. Nope. You need a heated seat for your wheelchair that cost £9,000 that wasn't included. Wait, what? £9,000? For the wheelchair or for the heated seats? How much on top of the 9 grand was the heated seat? Have you seen wheelchairs these days? Blue Army has one that he goes to Truckfest with. They're insane. And they are quick. Well, Blue Army's is quick. That thing moves. Not like, you know... Not like old wheelchairs. 20 years ago, they're proper fast now. And you can get it with, like, I think you can get it with internet and sat-nav. iPhone integration. BMW did that with CarPlay for a while, then went back to one-time charge. I remember them charging for that stuff on a yearly basis. Like, on my car, it says Apple CarPlay, and then it says something like Unlimited. And then it says Android Auto Unlimited, so they're not going to charge for it ever. It's permanently unlocked. I agree. Tesla should do wheelchairs. I agree. Be a good little side market for them. You could have a wheelchair with like a single screen, just like the Tesla screen. And then you could spend an extra £2 grand for ludicrous mode. Ludicrous mode in a wheelchair? Blue Army would love that. Henderboss, thank you for 30 months. The wheelchair costs 9 grand and heated was 500. My wheelchair goes 8 miles an hour as it's limited. EU has 12 mile an hour limit on the road. Wheelchair, so if we come out of the EU, I'm thinking my wheelchair can go faster. So your wheelchair currently has an 8 miles an hour limit. Well, I tell you, Blue Armies goes pretty fast. He can wheelie that thing. See how old this is. Very old. Just now. Yeah, I've yet to see anybody like properly do a pimp my ride on a wheelchair. You know what I mean? Like get jacked up hydraulics and stuff. Smithy, thanks 34 months. Still gunning for 34 months, thank you. Yeah, exactly, like put side panels on it, get some custom artwork, get like a fake exhaust with a fake noise, like a V8 noise or something. It'd just be like so much fun. Would you say that you have a favourite past stream that sticks to mind? I think probably my favourite one in recent times would be the New Year's Eve stream that we did. The GTA one with the whole curly toes thing. And me doing commentary on Puppy's golf play. I think that, I still watch that and laugh. It still makes me laugh even when I watch it back. Plus the Red Dead Redemption stream, that was a good one. I really enjoyed that playthrough. Let's follow the trail up here. I don't know how I'm gonna top that New Year's Eve stream because last year was just funny. It's gonna be very, very difficult to beat that. I put the bar a bit high with that one. Okay. Blackbird makes a noise. Hunter responds by whistling. Seems legit. Oh, it's funny, Beaker. It's very funny. We did the GTA thing, did the heists or whatever, and then at the end we had a game of golf. And it's the golf. The golf was just, yeah. The game made by the same devs, Generation Zero. I don't know if it's the same devs or the same publishers, but it's the same engine. Really? I was gonna say. You gotta be kidding. It's quite a young one, I think, by the look of it. Silver, not bad. Left and right lung and the liver. I don't know. Stranded Deep is going to come out finally. Stranded Deep? I don't know. I've not actually not checked up on that game for a while. I know they had an update a few weeks ago with some extra stuff. I'm still waiting for it to become a procedurally generated world, and then I really want to play it. I don't like the way that the islands are kind of fixed in a grid. Like, I really want them to just be unknown, and I've just got to find stuff. That more appeals to me. I wonder if that was the one I just shot. They've suck it down the wrong path. In what way? I mean, graphically it's lovely. I did see loads of glitchy stuff with every update, but it's early access, so I kind of have to leave that. But it's just the actual map itself. Mating call of a bison. It's down this way. Let's keep going. I've not heard anything about PS5 game prices. I mean, who's spreading the rumor? Sony or somebody else? You need to put a Curly Toes paint scheme on the Puppy Jar racing car. There's an ending now, but only on the experimental branch. Yeah, that's it. Like, the whole point of getting rescued. There needs to be an end point to the game. But more importantly, I just think that when you play the game, every time, it should be different. There should be different islands, different loot, just randomly generated islands. I shouldn't play the game, and then when I play it again, just see the same islands. It's just not interesting. Oh, this thing's downwind. I've got no chance. PS5 looks like a Linksys router. To me, the PS5 looks like something out of Portal game. It is indeed Friday, Mr. Weasel. If you just take the PS5 and put the eye on it, it will literally look like something out of Portal. I still think the PS5 will do better than the Xbox. If I was going to get one, I would have a discless version. I wouldn't want the disc on it. But then a lot of people like to have a disc to install the game because they don't have fast internet, which I get. Plus, they want a Blu-ray player. Yeah, I think the price will matter a lot, Valtiel, but I think they said they're going to make it fairly competitive. Atari's 2600 game used to cost about £30 back in the day. No, it didn't. Nope. I remember Night Driver was 20 quid. And that was expensive for a game on 2600. I distinctly remember my friend having a £20 note for his birthday and buying Night Driver with it. And after playing it for an hour, just being massively disappointed. And we were all like, told you so. It even looks like a bad game on the box. Oh, it's up 78 months. It's behind you with long arms and antlers. Where is it? You don't have a PS4 to play Blue Roost. I think a lot of people do, but you for your PC, you can just buy a Blu-ray player and, you know, choose that. Oh god, I remember Slenderman. It's actually annoying in Slenderman having an enemy that you can't defeat. What's that other game I played? It's like an indie horror game and you can't do anything. It begins with an A. They made a follow-up to it as well. Like you're in a house and you can't hit or do anything like that. You have to just basically avoid. Yeah, Amnesia, that's it. I forgot what it was called. But there's a follow-up to that in the same vein. That's one of those games where you're basically helpless. And you just have to avoid stuff. No combat as such. Kind of makes you feel a bit helpless, to be honest. Outlast is like that too. I kind of like games where you can hit the bad guys, you know? Well, not... You see, Heyman, to me, it makes you feel like one of those, It's a turkey. Makes you feel like one of those teenage girls in those horror movies where they're all like screaming and doing stupid things and one by one just getting killed. Makes you feel like one of those people. Just, you know, I'm completely helpless and don't know what to do. I'd rather be, nope, give me a gun, I'll deal with this. New locations added to map. Yeah, now Soma was a good game. Quite enjoyed Soma. You picked up RimWorld on a recent Steam sale. That game is so addicting. I would love to get into RimWorld. I've heard so many good things about it, but it just seems like it has this steep learning curve to it. And then I really don't like the idea that any minute your entire population of your town can just implode and kill itself. Like, that doesn't appeal to me. On iRacing, can you just race your friends or have the race the whole world as I just thinking of a New Year's Eve championship to see who is the best driver of you all, fat man? You can set up a group and race, set up a private session with a password and stuff. You can do it however you want. It's quite easy to host a session. We need to loop back to the actual mission point. This looks like a bit of a steep hill, so we might have to come here and then go round that way. Yep, I remember Kona. Again, you see, I kind of wish this game had a sense of, you know, I could just come in here and camp here and grab some food or whatever, or hunt some stuff, leave some food in the freezer. Put some survival mechanics in it. You want to get back into Ark? I played Ark in the very early days, and then when they released it on full price, they jacked the price to 50 quid, and I was like, I'm out. Even though I bought it when it was about 15 or something. I just thought, yep, they've just gone full money bags. I'm done with this. Oh yeah, we're talking years ago, like when it was early access. And everybody was playing it, and everybody was trying to get the T-Rex. And then once you got a T-Rex, you could just dominate the map. It's a kind of, it used to have a weird system to it, to tame things or defeat things. You kind of had to, you know, get a T-Rex and then you could pretty much do whatever you wanted. Ash first, thank you very much for subbing. Welcome to the house. You got it free on Epic. I think I claimed it free on Epic. Epic has been giving away so many games, it's unreal. I don't know where they get their budget from, brackets, Fortnite. But they are throwing money at their platform like there's no tomorrow. Like, even EA is just... Is it EA just giving up on Origin? Just been like, yeah, we'll sell games on Steam, whatever. The mule deer. Have a quick sniff of this. Are they still doing it? I think so. I claimed a game the other day. They're just basically getting you to install the platform, but it's working. At the end of the day, it is working. They're giving away some, like, they're not giving away crummy games. They're giving away significant games. And then once you've got it installed, they can market you, you can buy other stuff in the sales, like... Brute force is what they're doing. A warning call from a bison. Blimey. He's noping. Nope. Nope. Epic changed their free game on the 9th of July. Fair enough. Used to think that DayZ was a walking sim. Yeah, well, DayZ is a walking sim. At least with this game, when you die, you don't just spawn back on the beach with nothing.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Wanzamus, thank you for 59 months. DayZ, you can run across fields for like 45 minutes and not see a single thing, not even a zombie. There was a deer around here as well as a bison. I think the problem DayZ had ultimately is it didn't really know what it was. Like, it didn't... Was it a PvP game? Or was it a survival game? Or was it a cooperative survival game? And that... When the game first kind of came as a mod, they had in-game chat. So you can actually talk to people and ask them about their intentions. You could say, like, are you... You know, are you looking to group up? Are you looking to just PvP? You're going to kill me? Can you help me? Like, but then they got rid of all that. And at that point, it started to get a bit... Everybody just started to not trust anybody else. And it kind of fell into a shoot-on-sight type thing. And ultimately, that's where the game fell down, is that everybody came at it and wanted different things from it. And if they didn't get those things, they didn't enjoy the game anymore. And there was no way of establishing what kind of person you were. I can hear something. I can hear something in front of me.